Good morning, everybody. Johnny Maffey here with Fox 17. We're live right now on our Fox Nashville social pages, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube as well. And these kids at Antioch High School, it's the first day back in class since knowing her as Diana. She was just 16. And Madison behind the camera. Let's find Forever 16 right across the street there. Of course, a lot of tribute today to Jocelyn, but also calls for change, cries for change. More than well over 100 students out here this morning. If we can hear them, I'm just going to let my microphone do the talking for a moment. They're saying lives over guns right now. One of those signs when excellence meets death, when excellence meets opportunity, is the sign at the top, at the entrance of Antioch High School. Stop gun violence. I'm talking to my producers as well. We're going to be checking in here on TV, on Fox 17. We're live right now on Fox 17. Some of these other signs reading, stop the silence, end gun violence. A lot of these students were outside the Capitol as well yesterday. End gun violence on these signs. Unloaded future. Students matter, not money is another one of them. Madison, can we go to the left a little bit? I know it's tricky with the sun here. Just trying to really zoom in. Protect kids, not guns. A lot of these chants as well. And they're getting the honks from the buses, of course, this morning. Some support as well. MNPD is on the scene this morning. We did speak with Sean Brasted. He's the spokesperson for Metro Nashville Public Schools. What he said is today they, did have some sort of, they tried to collaborate with the students, he said. They said there is some sort of a, organized walk-in versus a walk-out like this would be. That was supposed to happen a little bit later. That obviously not the case right now, as these students are making their voices heard right outside. All right, just had to pause for a brief moment there. We're back here on Fox National. I'm going to bring in Madeline as well right here. Madeline, you want to hop on Facebook for a sec? So we've got the team coverage out here this morning. A couple cameras out here. Jen's at the desk covering it all as well. And I think they can only hear this, Mike. Yeah. You showed up last week, though. 11:09 a.m. is when these shots rang out in the cafeteria. And you were hearing from students and parents as they were reacting in the moment. Now they're making their voices heard.
Yeah, they're back, and I honestly haven't been here since that shooting day itself myself, and to see the big memorial, that was also something quite crazy to see how much it's grown over the few days. Of course, we just talked to Sean Brasted, who says that they will be offering mental health and support for everyone, I guess, here. And then also, I just think we should probably step out of the way to show them a little bit about what we're seeing. We can come over here. Yeah, definitely crazy to see out here. I know that sun is quite bright, but these students are heartbroken about losing their, of course, their classmate. Not only that, but I mean, they definitely want to see change, and of course, they are coming back to school with some change, Johnny.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, part of that change is those evolved metal detectors. They use AI just like, not to confuse the two, but they had weapons detection cameras before this. Those failed. You were the first to report that. The OmniAlert even told us that themselves. MNPS told us that themselves, that those camera systems failed, and now they do have new metal detectors. These are the ones they use at Nissan Stadium. I haven't heard of any shots fired inside Nissan Stadium. So they detect the guns before they even get into the school, but they want more than that. They're crying for more change. There was a lot of gun reform talk yesterday, a lot of talk with the special session yesterday. The special session will not be talking about gun reform. That's what we know. The special session at the Capitol right now talking about hurricane relief, talking about school vouchers, which is obviously now clashing with this gun reform talk, this school safety talk. Another thing I just asked MNPS when we were talking to them was that price tag for safety. And I'm not going to get opinionated here, but when you're talking about a price tag for safety, obviously if there was an unlimited budget, you'd have the best resources and the best safety at every school. So it's all a balance, they were saying.
And one thing he really focused on was the fact that this is their biggest school in the district. So Antioch High School has over 2,000 students. So they're definitely working to
they're
like focus on that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. And this is a pilot program, this metal detector system going in today, a pilot program, and he said they're going to figure that out after that. I'm going to be hopping on here. We'll get a little behind-the-scenes look at what the it's like. We'll be checking in. My producers have me in my ear. We are coming up at 7:30 on Fox 17. If you want to watch there, and we're going to be talking here as well. You want to grab Kevin for that? You guys can do a little gathering. Can you do that? I got to go on TV. 1 minute. Is this on?
No, I haven't been able to set them up.
We'll just use this for now. Hey, Audrey. We're going straight live for this. Yep. Send it back. Well, Jen, you're talking about those changes. We've been talking about the new safety measures all morning, whether it be an additional school resource officer, new metal detectors, but these kids, they're crying for more than that. Hundreds of these kids were outside the Capitol yesterday, and now hundreds more. These all Antioch students, obviously, with a walkout here this morning. MNPD does have a noticeable presence here this morning. The school buses have been in and out as the sun rises over the return to class for students, and not a normal return to class. What we're seeing on some of these signs, Forever 16. That, of course, the tribute to 16-year-old Jocelyn Diana Correa Escalante. We can see one of the school buses driving by as well have been, beeping in support chanting right now, "We're not safe," Jen, is what they're saying. I want to attend graduation, not a funeral, is one of the signs. Protect kids, don't worry about the money. Some signs as well in Spanish. Some kids walking across the street who Madeline Nolan's been talking to. We're getting some interviews as well. The big thing, they want to stop gun violence. They do realize, they do acknowledge that kids, that these metal detectors are in school. Not your typical school day, not just because of that, but it's not going to be normal class today. That's what MNPS is telling us. So we're going to be here all morning long as it takes to cover this, to gather this. And we've been interviewing some students as well over here. So we're going to check back in just a few minutes. Apologies for the lighting here. But for now, though, live in Antioch, Johnny Maffey, back to you. Here, come to me here for a sec, just for the Facebook. Hello again, everybody. Johnny Maff here with Fox Nashville. We are just setting up, moving around the shot here, covering this protest, this walkout here. You just heard the bus drive by, honking the horn in support. They want to end gun violence. The changes coming today, we've been reporting to you really since everything happened, but all week as well. Now, we're hearing some words on the megaphone, obviously speaking for themselves right now as well. The metal detectors, the safety changes, a new school resource officer, MNPD also tells us, but it's not just that. They're crying for more. They want more change, and that's what they're trying to make their voice heard this morning, show everybody really what they want. We can go back over there if you want to show off some of the signs too. So one sign saying, I want to attend graduation, not funerals, you can see right here. Where you going? Excuse me. Hi, I'm Johnny. How are you? Ashley, good to meet you. Would you like to do an interview? You're okay right now? Okay, I'm sorry about the circumstances. Could we film your sign? Possible? Yeah. We're over here with Matt. Just a powerful sign from Ashley right here we're seeing. And that's the case simply for Jocelyn Diana Correa Escalante. She didn't get to attend graduation. She won't get to go back to school anymore. Ashley, thank you very much. It was nice to meet you. One sign saying metal detectors for all schools. Let's talk about that part of it for a moment, as for metal detectors for all schools. So right now, a pilot program, evolve metal detectors for the schools here. Just Antioch High School, though. And I'm just trying to, sorry for the... So the Evolve metal detectors is what you see at Nissan Stadium if you go to a Titans game. A lot of these venues have them as well, and they're weapons detections, metal detectors. They're not your grandma's metal detectors. They're not your grandpa's metal detectors. They're not what you see in the TSA lines at the airport either. They're not as noticeable. They're there, and it's a pilot program for Antioch High School, and what Sean Braystead says is they'll see some numbers there, they'll see how they work out there, and it's also a balance of funding, and then they will look to see whether or not they'll put them in the rest of those Davidson County schools. More kids walking across the street now, as we've been hearing from them all morning long. What'd you say, Audrey? We can do a bump. Yeah. Or we can do a hit, like whatever you want. Okay. Gotcha. Hit coming up in 4 minutes. Thank you. Hello, hello. Yeah. What do the kids say to you? What do the kids say to you? Like everything they're chanting.
How they've never felt like that they have to look at each exit and how they want to go.
I'll let you say that part when you check back in. Go. Yeah, Jen, we actually just talked to a bunch of students across the street here, and they moved back over. You can see, hopefully staying safe enough, trying to cross this busy road. But the story of the morning, these kids are making their voices heard right now. They have the megaphones out, these signs reading, "Protect kids, not guns." They say they want to go to their graduation. They don't want to go to their funeral. Another sign says metal detectors for all schools. A note about that is, yes, as kids return to class today, those Evolve metal detectors are at all entrances to the doors, and those are the same metal detectors you see at Nissan Stadium for the Titans home games. But this is a pilot program right now just at Antioch High School, and one thing Sean Bracestead told us, we checked in with him right at 7 a.m. He talked to us for a few minutes. He's the spokesperson with Metro Nashville Public Schools. He says, we'll see how this thing works out, this pilot program for the metal detectors, and then evaluate whether they're going to be in the rest of Davidson County schools or not. What the kids are also saying is, protect lives, not guns. They're talking about money. A lot of has been talked about the price tag involving safety. Obviously, school departments have a budget, but these kids calling for change, crying for change. We heard it a lot yesterday. We know these safety changes came with the metal detectors. These safety changes came with an additional school resource officer here, the biggest school in Metro schools. More than 2,000 students here at Antioch High School, but we'll leave you with another shot of the signs of the protesters. They've been spreading out, gathering in numbers, a lot of posters, and they are right in front of that Antioch High School sign with the memorial. So many balloons, so many teddy bears, flowers. And you can hear the beeps and support, not just from cars, from the school buses as well. So we're going to be checking in here all morning, and we will be talking to kids all morning long as well. For now, though, Jen, we're live in Antioch. Back over to you. Hello again, everybody. Johnny Maff here with Fox Nashville. We've been streaming now since about 7:15 when these students walked out of Antioch High School. This is the first day back to class in Antioch since last Wednesday around 11:09 a.m. is when shots rang out in the cafeteria, taking the life of 16-year-old Jocelyn Diana Correa Escalante. Her family knew her as Diana. We've talked to her mother and her father, Herman, and they don't want this to happen to anyone else ever again. They don't want to have to have their own child's funeral, and that's some of what these signs are saying as well. They're saying they want to attend their graduation, not their funeral. One of the signs saying metal detectors for all, long live 16, forever 16, in honor of Jocelyn, who was 16 years old at the time. Protect students, not guns, some of these signs reading as well. And this also comes as, hundreds of students were at the Capitol yesterday, and those chants were loud and proud as well yesterday. They were not quiet outside the Capitol when that special session was starting. Chanting now. One of the signs saying how many deaths will be enough. They just don't want this to happen again. That's been the moral of the story this morning. We were told by Metro Nashville Police that there was some sort of a plan for a walk-in happening today, more of a collaborative protest with school officials around noon. That's not the case right now, though. The case right now is these students are right on the side of the road. They've even been crossing the street if you've been tuned into this stream. We are also live right now on Fox Nashville. We have team coverage. Madeline Nolan's on the other side of the street. She will be checking in right at 8 a.m. where you're only live in local station through 9. There are some officers here as well on the scene. And, you want to come back to me for a moment? What'd you say? You have a bump? All right, so I'm going to sign off for a few minutes. We'll stay streaming here. We got to do a few hits on air, and we'll be checking back in on our YouTube, Facebook, all our pages.
to walk into a building. Some were even afraid not to come to school today. Some haven't shown up. I got a friend that was texting me telling me that she was afraid to get shot while she was in the school. People cried and screamed. I saw so many students leave the building when the fire started. Do you want your kids to get hurt? He ended up running, screaming.
Hello again, everybody. Johnny Maffey tapping back into our live streams. We're on Fox Nashville, YouTube, Facebook, a few other platforms as well. Thanks for tuning in. We're covering right now what's going on outside Antioch High School. People deep with their signs, their posters. That's all in front of a very, very touching memorial for Jocelyn Diana Correa Escalante. You can hear they have the megaphones and speakers out as well. They said they don't want one more kid to have to die at school. They don't want to fear going to school. They say there shouldn't be a fear in going to school. Now they come back to school today. It's Tuesday. It happened last Wednesday around 11 o'clock in the cafeteria when the shooter went into school, fired off 10 shots is what MNPD told us, the police department told us that, and he did bring his gun into school. He had a 288-page diary, a 51-page document as well, detailing everything that did lead up. Metro Police said he was a man with a plan, just 17 years old when he took the life of Jocelyn, known to her family as Diana Escalante, and he injured another student, took his own life after that, and we are live right now on Fox 17. I can see Madeline Nolan right over there, and she's checking in live. We have a live hit coming up on Fox 17 as well in just a few minutes, and we've been talking to kids this morning. Madison's been sticking it up behind the camera with me. Lives over guns, read some of the signs. End gun violence, stop the silence. They said no more silence has been one of the popular chants this morning. Certainly crying for change, making those voices heard. Not one more, some of the signs. Some talk about money and, there shouldn't be a cost for safety, some of them saying. They want to attend their graduation, not their funeral, has been one of the stronger messages I've seen as well. Some signs, of course, in Spanish, too. Antioch High School. Those sirens seem to be unrelated. The safety concerns, they came into new metal detectors, which if you've been paying attention to this stream, you've heard me say it. I'll just shortly recap it. New metal detectors, the same ones you see at Nissan Stadium and some other venues. These metal detectors are different than the weapons detection cameras that were already in place, and these will just be at Antioch High School for now. It's a pilot program, and the spokesperson for MNPS does say that this will be, something that... Oh, you dropped your... Oh my goodness gracious. Student there coming across the street dropped from... Hello, how's it going? Hi, I'm Johnny. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Great to meet you.
My name is Lauren. This is Ashley.
Lauren, Ashley, great to meet you.
We just want to tell y'all about what's been going on.
Absolutely. We have a live stream on our Facebook page if you want to talk on that.
Doesn't matter.
Does that work? Yeah. Did you mind saying your name again?
Alora.
Alora.
Ashley.
Ashley. So you guys are certainly making your voices heard this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I do want to remind, this is a live stream. Madison, come here for a second. Here, where's the best with the sun?
Well, then I should probably get on your side.
So what's the message right now?
We're just really angry and mad about the fact that we have been going to school some of us have been going to school for 4 years, and there's been multiple encounters where students and non-students have came inside the school with guns, and just now, because someone has passed away, we're just now getting metal detectors, and they're not even going to be here for long, which is, yeah.
Right, a pilot program they're announcing, and Ashley, the big message as well as the students are marching over there. No more. You don't want this.
We don't want it no more. It's not fair that we had a life had to be taken in order for us to be safe. I feel like we should have been had the metal detectors. All this safety protocol, we should have been had it, but it took us a life for our school to see here. So many gun threats and so many guns have been brought to school and nothing has been done. Only metal detectors we had were for the games.
And
Only
they
time.
didn't check bags.
And don't check bags.
And one thing as well about that is we hear those reports of threats of everything,
Yes.
whether it's social media or a gun taken in school. It
Yeah, we're
can
still
be scary.
we're still getting threats to this day, and like they had a list of names of students that they wanted to unalive, and it was really heartbreaking, especially since it was literally the day after the shooting had happened. Also, Jocelyn, I feel like she could have been saved, but no one did anything to help her. After the shooter had, unalived himself, she just laid there on the ground, bleeding out, nothing being, yeah.
So
And
the combination, can I ask you guys about this? The combination of the frustration, right? But also the tribute there is beautiful to honor her as well.
It is. We just want to be heard because we feel like we're not getting taken serious because we are young, and a lot of people have a lot of stuff to say about our school, but we really are a big family, and we really can come together and show y'all that we can defend ourselves and fight for what we want.
So metal detectors, you want them full time?
Yeah,
Every school.
but every school. We don't want them for like 2 weeks and then they go to a different school, and then that's when the shooter comes in and makes his mark or his or her mark. I don't want to have to worry about any of my little sisters or my friends or any of my classmates being killed, like just in school. School is supposed to be like a second home for us, and it's been turned into something traumatic and brutal. It's a lot. Like it shouldn't have had to come for someone to pass away for them to make a change.
And one of those powerful signs I saw was, the graduation versus funeral.
Oh yes, she came up with that.
Yes. So this year we're graduating and we want to attend graduations. We don't want to attend funerals at all. That should never be something that we're doing. We should be attending all funerals for everybody and never funerals. Well, I mean, attending, graduations, not funerals, because
Shouldn't be something you have to worry about.
it's not. It's something that shouldn't be normalized. It shouldn't be normalized. We should be still kids. We should still grow up and like go out and do what we want to do with our careers. But sadly, Jocelyn couldn't. Her life had to be taken away.
Absolutely. And you guys are you live in Antioch? And
Yes.
Going to this high school, you're seniors?
Yeah, we're seniors, and it sucks because it's our senior year. We don't even. I don't even know when I'll be able to just go back in that school. I know I'm never going in that cafeteria again. I'm upset because this has happened to one of the students at our school, and I'm also upset because it's my senior year, and we don't get to.
It's never gonna be.
Yeah, it's never going to be the same. Like we don't get to do all the fun stuff that everybody else got to do without being sad about someone in our life being gone.
Yes, thank you. Good luck. Thanks so much. I appreciate your time today. Thanks for sharing the message.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Thank you for listening to us.
Of course,
Thank you.
of course. We're always here. Can we pan over there for a moment?
backwards because I had my doubler on because I was trying to zoom in, and I didn't realize you were coming to you, and I couldn't put it up during the time.
Can you hear us? I hear you there. Copy that. Hey, 90, gotcha. Here, you want to come right here? And I'll stand like... Yes, here. Is he getting shots? Is he getting VO? And they were rolling.
What?
I hope they kept rolling.